All right, RJ says it's not good for you if you ever dream about different ownership of this football team because of what just happened with the Lakers.
Yeah, so the Lakers sale valued at $10 billion, which I've got a major problem with them saying this is a $10 billion sale. It's not a $10 billion sale.
California, they mark everything up.
Well, it's a $4.8 billion sale. They paid $4.8 for 48% of it. Now, if you want to say you can extrapolate that out, 4.8 and 48% means you're paying $10 billion for the whole 100%. Okay, but that's not how it works.
But it's a valuation of the team now. Yeah,
right. But you still have to prove that you could get $10 billion for the whole 100%. Like one guy would. To me, it's like I might be willing to pay $20 on something, but I'm not willing to pay $40 on getting double of it.
What was the number you used, David?
I mean, typically, I don't know. I mean, the fact that they were able to get 4.8 for less than half the franchise, when you consider
what you're doing is you're becoming, because he already had 22% of it, so now you're going to have 75%. You're going to be a majority stakeholder. So I don't know. Semantics.
Imagine being the dude that owns the Dodgers and the Lakers. What a dream.
Oh, I know.
The absolute dream. Same dude.
It's crazy, right? But so,
and people are putting Rob Pelinka on notice because old clips surfaced of Magic Johnson saying Rob Pelinka stabbed him in the back. Well, Magic is boys with Mark Walton.
Absolutely. And, whether he's going to be part of this ownership group too or not.
And the amount of crapping on Rob Pelinka I saw over the weekend, as if these people just forgot that he pulled off the heist of all time.
The heist of heists.
Yeah, and they're like, there's a number, Rob. No more underachieving, no more wasting LeBron's years. He got Anthony Davis. I think he was there. He got LeBron and Luka. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, the Luka one, he didn't do anything. That was orchestrated by the league and Adam Silver they knew the Lakers were going to sell, and they were trying to do them a favor, boost their valuation.
That also reemerged as well with people saying, now I know the fix was there.
I'm dead serious now, at least asking the question. I wasn't even before. I thought the lottery was fixed. I didn't think the trade was. This at least makes me wonder. Yeah, okay, the Lakers are going to sell, or they're in a position to sell and try to pick up value for the team. They don't want the Lakers of all teams being sold for a low valuation, because who's going to want to buy that? Like, okay, LeBron's about to retire, so you're going to give me like a broken Anthony Davis as the face of my franchise? Nope, I'm going to give you Luka, the biggest name or one of the bigger names in basketball coming up. That's who I'm going to give.
See, I wonder. Like, I don't know that those valuations are based on who's on the team. Cowboys could sell for whatever the Cowboys could sell. Lakers are different. Lakers are different than like the Cavaliers or anybody else.
I think when the Lakers are bad, they're not the same as the Cowboys when they're bad, though.
Yeah, maybe not. But so a few things happen here. Is one, these Forbes lists are way wrong. They were valued at $7.1 billion. And by the way, Forbes, I got a bone to pick with you.
The financial corrections from
the Knicks and the Warriors are not a more valuable franchise than the Lakers. I'm sorry, they're just not. And the Lakers were the third most valued NBA team in the last Forbes thing. The Knicks are not more valuable than the Lakers, and neither are the Warriors. And the Warriors are not more valuable than the New York Yankees. They're just not. Neither the Rams. The Rams are not more. You're telling me the Rams are more valuable than the Lakers in LA? Like, it's just not. That's all fake.
But that's football. Like football is more valuable in general. Like the NFL is viewed as just like, if you can get in one of those 32 seats, you're making money hand over fist.
You're printing money. There's no doubt. But I'm sorry, the Lakers are the third most valuable NBA team. But the problem that this is going to create is that if you ever wanted the Jones family to sell, I don't know how they can sell. The Lakers just sold for $3 billion over their value. So their value at $7 billion, they sold for 10. The Cowboys' value is 10. If you were to extrapolate the percentage above that the Lakers went for, who has that kind of who's going to be able to afford this?
Groups. What are you talking about?
You got to have groups. Yeah, you got to have groups.
You would have said before the Lakers sold, no one's going to ever buy the Lakers for $10 billion?
But here's the thing, they didn't. They bought it for $4 billion. Right? You would have to spend $15 billion to buy the Cowboys, because the Cowboys aren't selling.
So you don't think a franchise will ever sell for $15 billion?
Like, if you have groups do it, yes. But the problem with groups...
That's the way it works.
Yeah, but the problem with groups is now you've got so many hands in it.
But that's the way it happens.
Know,
that's how A-Rod has the Wolves. He didn't buy the Wolves.
Yeah, he's got one guy with him.
Yeah.
Right, he's got one guy with him. But that's the
teams
problem.
are going to sell. Teams are going to sell for $15 billion.
But now you have hands. You have hands in it.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing. You don't want hands in it.
Teams will sell eventually. It's just what it'll be is exactly what we've heard more chatter about recently. It'll be foreign money. It'll be Saudi Arabia. It'll be like a live type situation where there's going to be big foreign money coming in and spending $15 million to buy a team. That'll happen one day.
You know, the amount of people that have $5 billion is one thing. The amount of people that have $20 billion is like you're talking about even more of a fraction of the amount of people. So you're looking at Elon and Jeff Bezos and Ballmer. That'd be great if Ballmer got it or Steve Cohen.
The Dallas Piff Boys. That's
One
what
guy.
we're heading for.
Yeah. But the other bad thing is, and this is for the rest of the league, and this also may speak to the Cowboys too. Brian Windhorst said, be very afraid as to the change that will happen with the Lakers because of this.
I would only suspect that the modernization of the Lakers is about to come. And if I were another team, I would not think this is a great development. I think the Lakers are only going to get more dangerous as an organization with the more resources that are, theoretically here about to be poured into it.
Because he was talking that the new way of sports ownership, it's not from the families, because the Buss family didn't have additional revenue streams.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Ballmer does.
Right.
This guy Mark Walter does.
Uh-huh.
And it's going now to the big-time billionaires, and families like the Busses, they're surviving, but they're not making a ton of money like Mark Cuban always complained about from just the team income.
Right. So, obviously, like Jerry's got outside interests.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Buss family has outside. I don't know what the Steinbrenner family has outside interest-wise, but, like the Maras, the Rooneys, those old McCaskies with the Bears, these owners that have been around forever. Like, their entire value and wealth is tied up with the team.
But they were describing the Lakers as mom and pop, just like you talk about with the Cowboys.
And, when you're mom and pop, like, your income is tied to what the organization makes. And if you're in the NBA, Cuban has said, if you want to win, you're going to lose money year to year. Like, it's very hard to sustain that. But, like, are the Cowboys, do the Lakers operate in an unmodern way? I don't know. I know when, like, the Yankees do. They're very old school. Their training staff is very outdated. People make fun of them. The Cowboys do.
There were some pretty cheap stories that I read from McMenamin, like the McMahon of the Lakers, ESPN.com, that like certain guys couldn't stay in certain rooms on the road because it was too expensive. Like they're doing some really cheap cut corners moves as the LA Lakers.
And this guy, which by the way, that is...
And all that is going to be out the window supposedly with this dude.
Which is, that was the difference Mark Cuban made when he first got here.
Yep.
Like, was he came in here and said, I'm going to put PlayStations in your lockers and stuff, and you're going to know that this is a place where you're treated right. Apparently, also, Mark Walter already owned 26%. So if he's got that, then he's at
75. Yeah, he's at
now.
75%.
He's at 3/4 of it. And there was a lot of chatter, not just from McMenamin, but there's a lot of people on, like, Lakers fans talking about yesterday, like, oh, we're not going to be cheap with contracts or this or that. So, I mean, Lakers fans have felt like apparently it's probably sort of like the way Cowboys fans have felt. Like, well, it's kind of a myth that we're just spending wildly on everything. We don't really do that anymore.
And one more thing. Jeannie Buss says she's still going to be the governor of the team.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Cuban said he was too.
And I would like to, if they put that language in there.
My tweet on this was the biggest thing that blew up over the past couple of days when I tweeted at Cuban.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Because Mark said this wasn't allowed.
Right. Wasn't allowed.
The league did not allow Mark to remain the governor.
Right.
And Jeannie Buss reportedly is remaining the governor. And I tweeted Cuban. I thought this wasn't allowed.
Yeah, I guess
ain't done yet.
what it's not allowed, I think, is the language in the deal. That it can't say it specifically in the contract. If they let her be the governor still, this new Walter guy, but I guess Dumont wanted to be the governor eventually. But if they do allow this and they allow the language to be put in the deal, then if I'm a Mavericks fan, I got a major gripe with the league because if Mark's the governor still, the Luka trade doesn't happen.
Yeah,
I did wonder how Jerry Buss would have felt about all this though, just because the Lakers were so much his like his baby or whatever. Like when you watch the Showtime thing of just like he was like, he made all these reckless financial decisions in order to get them, and it was like his entire identity. I did wonder, I was like, this feels like, I wonder how much Buss would have loved this, like selling the team out.
I don't think he would have.
No. $67 million.
$67 million to $10 billion.
It's not bad.
That's not a bad
It's
return.
not a bad return.
Not a bad return.